The 99. The 99. The 99.
All right, here we go. The 9 at 9, number 9. Here's a look at a guy stocking a river with fish. That's all we really have to say about it, but here he goes. This is going to be fun. Watch.
Oh.
I always wonder what's in those.
Oh, wow. I always wondered where fish came from. Now we know.
Wow. We're free! He don't look too excited about the job, right?
No. No, he couldn't be. That's fun.
Yeah. A lot of fish.
Yeah.
They're all just kind of hanging around. Wouldn't you swim the furthest away you could to get away from...
You'd like to think so. I would.
Yeah, well. All right, number 8, this is a tweet this week from Chance the Rapper. So I just got on this plane with my daughter and found out our seats weren't next to each other. I really ain't want to inconvenience anyone by asking them to swap seats, but before I could say anything, this kind older gentleman offered his seat to Kensley so we could sit together. We both said thank you, and as he stands up, I realize it's the Martin Short.
No.
So cool, and Kensley freaked out because she's obsessed with the Santa Claus 3. Not about anything else, Santa Claus 3. What an awesome person. Shout out to Jack Frost. Oh, that's great.
Very nice.
Number 7 to this day, it's one of the scariest movies of all time, but Steven Spielberg was not a fan of Jaws in the beginning. During a recent interview with W Magazine, Spielberg talked about the film's success. He said, "I never would have guessed that so many people would have gone to see Jaws. In my mind, the shark looked dumb." He went on to say he was shocked at the first preview screening because so many people were screaming. That's when he finally said to himself, "Oh my God, I didn't think any of this was going to work." Well, lucky for him and for us, it did.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Number 6, what exactly is Plymouth Rock? Well, it's located on the shore of Plymouth Harbor in Massachusetts, and it's supposed to be the very spot where William Bradford, an early governor of Plymouth Colony, and other pilgrims first set foot on land in 1620, but no one really attached any significance to the rock until 121 years later when a dock was being built in that spot. People then connected symbolism about the founding of the country to it, and in 1774 they cut the rock in half to take one half to the town square and rile people up about splitting from England. Today the rock in the harbor is laughably small because people used to chip away at it and take pieces as souvenirs.
And how did they carve the old 1620 into it, Larry?
They hired an engraving company.
Look at that.
Oh, that's fun. Number 5, we're looking at the science behind chemistry, and by chemistry we mean the zing, the heart racing, the excitement you feel when you have a physical or emotional connection with another person. Relationship experts say it's a little bit nature, a little bit nurture. Anthropologist Helen Fisher breaks love down to 3 stages: lust, attraction, and attachment. Fisher says in each stage your chemistry reacts differently. For example, if you're intensely in love with someone, studies show that your brain activates the dopamine reward system, which is a feel-good chemical. So yes, there's actually some chemistry involved in chemistry.
Oh, a lot of stuff.
A lot of that's my specialty.
All right, number 4, double-breasted blazers are STS, stealing the spotlight right now. Men are rocking the look by keeping it simple, like Austin Butler wearing his blazer with a pair of jeans. The idea is to keep it simple, dress it down, and walk around like this whole thing. I just threw it on because I don't care how I look. But you do care. You care because it's a good piece for late winter, early spring, because you can take the place of a puffy jacket. If you're under the age of 25, borrow your dad's or your grandpa's double-breasted blazer. There's a good chance they have one of them in their closet. Remember David Letterman wore those all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, it's back, huh?
Number 3, here's a shocking fact about The Wizard of Oz. Judy Garland is obviously the star of the film, but you'd never know it. According to an article from the Los Angeles Times, Garland was paid $500 a week. Ray Bolger, who played the Scarecrow, made $3,000 a week. Same goes for the guy who played the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion.
Wow. There
are also reports that if you pair The Wizard of Oz with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, you'll find some eerie similarities. Oh, have we done that?
Let's see. Are you supposed to match up the song with the movie? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I think if you start the record and the movie at the same time, the
Then you play backwards. It says Dorothy's dead. Is that how it goes down?
Oh, well, who knew?
a couple parts where it
All right.
matches up, I guess.
Okay.
All right, number 2. Here's a photo from 1934, the year the Brooklyn Dodgers hired Casey Stengel as their new manager. It would be Casey's first managerial job. And how old do you think he is here in this photo?
He looks
48.
65.
He's 43 in this photo. In 3 seasons with the Dodgers, he never finished better than 5th and never won more than 71 games. But when he went over to manage the Yankees, he would end up winning 7 World Series.
The guy on the right is 46.
Jeez.
It's his nephew.
Yeah. The years are not kind.
Another one, back to back. All right, here's number 1. Here's a crazy football clip that also has another layer to the story. It's 1980. The game is tied, and the Packers kicker Chester Marcall is trying to beat the Bears in overtime with a field goal. Check this out.
A 35-yard attempt by Chester Marcall with David Beverly holding. It's blocked. Taken by Marcall. Chester Marcall. Chester Marcall. Chester Marcall.
There you are. You can see that the ball was blocked right back into his arms. And then he ran it in. Marco later
Is he wearing glasses?
He admits later on that he was high on cocaine for that kick.
No.
Chester's story's a tough one. He lived in Poland until he was 14. His father committed suicide. Family moved to Michigan. He didn't know much English, but because he could kick, he was a good soccer player. That got him into the NFL. And he was the NFC Rookie of the Year. But he developed addictions and was out of the NFL by the end of the season in 1980. He would move back up to the UP of Michigan, where he had some ups and downs. He's had some health issues, but he beat those addictions. And now at 74, he's working at a substance abuse center as a counselor in Green Bay.
Well, wow. That is quite
High
a
as a
story.
kite, yeah.
Wow. There he is.
Wow.
That's some lid.
Look at those glasses.
Hair.
Oh, look at, here's some pictures.
Nice. If it was
Alive and kicking. Look at
if it was 1980, there might have been several guys who were high
I'm sure he wasn't
on
the
that
only
field.
one.
wow, that's a 9 at 9.
The 9 at 9.